Hi everyone, I'm Sarah Wall with your Fox 10 News Now update. President Biden vowing to avenge the deaths of Marine and soldiers killed in the Afghanistan airport bombings. He plans to meet with his national security team today. The attack, being claimed by ISIS, killed at least 13 U.S. service members and 90 Afghan civilians. Yesterday's bombings marked the deadliest day for the U.S. military in Afghanistan since 2011. President Biden ordered the United States flag to be lowered to half-staff until sunset on Sunday to honor the U.S. service members killed in the Kabul bombing. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey has also directed flags to be displayed at half-staff as a mark of respect for the U.S. service members and other victims killed in the terrorist attack in Kabul, Afghanistan. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey reacting to that airport attack, again saying, quote, "I'm grieved to hear of the service members killed in Afghanistan, and my thoughts and prayers are extended to their loved ones. Their sacrifice is not in vain." She also urged President Biden to continue evacuations until everyone is out safely. We are keeping a close eye on Tropical Storm Ida as it makes its way through the Gulf. One of the most vulnerable places locally is Dauphin Island. The barrier island still recovering from 3 storms a year, and it has already been affected by 1 tropical storm this season. That's made the island shoreline more vulnerable. The last storm, Tropical Storm Claudette, caused minor damage and flooding back in June. Bienville Boulevard, the road to take you to get to the West End Beach, was flooded. It was closed for several days while crews worked to move sand off the road. Mayor Jeff Collier says the island residents are used to preparing for storms. Crews are set up and ready to move in immediately after the storm and get water and sand off the roads. That sand is always put to good use. It's put in different locations around the island to help defend against the next storm. Just one of the many steps the island takes to prepare for more severe storms. And speaking about Ida, meteorologist Michael White joining us now with a look at our weather forecast and what Ida could bring. Michael.
I'm meteorologist Michael White with your Fox 10 Storm Tracker report, and looking at the radar, only a little isolated rain around Pensacola just before 4:30 this morning. We're going to see much larger threats for rain as offshore to onshore rain bands work their way in out of the Gulf of Mexico. But most of that rain is all going to get us in the daytime hours. If you're going to a high school football game tonight, we should end up going rain free. But periods of heavy rain, and there could be lightning and thunder mixed in. You're just going to have to follow the creed that when thunder roars, you get indoors. We're watching Tropical Storm Ida that will become a hurricane this weekend as it moves into the Gulf of Mexico. It still has to cross Cuba, but it will move into the Gulf before the day is over. The maximum sustained winds just before 4:30 a.m. are at 45 miles per hour. It's moving fast. It's moving to the northwest at 15, and this thing's expected to become a major hurricane, a Category 3 by the time we get in towards Sunday afternoon with wind speeds of 115 miles per hour. Then by the time we get to Monday night and into Tuesday, it'll be back to a tropical storm and then dropping off to a depression by the time it moves up toward Memphis and Nashville. But notice that landfall is projected to be between Lafayette and New Orleans. That puts New Orleans in a really bad place because they would get the majority of all of that wind as this feature moves ashore. And look at how it slows down in speed. That's a 12-hour window from Sunday afternoon to late Sunday night, and the wind speeds only drop off about 15 miles per hour. So that's a huge problem, is Ida decreasing speed when it approaches land. Now, we're not going to take a direct impact from Ida, which is good, but we're still on that east side, which means storm surge, possible coastal flooding, isolated tornadoes, breezy winds, as well as a lot of rain and storm activity. And the closer you are to the center, the more of those threats you'll face. The farther away from the center you are, the less threats you'll face. Weather headlines for this Friday: a humid morning. Rain chances are likely for this afternoon. And of course, this weekend, it's all about Ida. Here's the Fox 10 Futurecast, and you can see that we end up going wet by the time we get to midday today, especially from Interstate 10 down to the beaches. And we will continue to see waves of rain move through, but then this evening, those showers will taper off. Here's how the next 7 days stack up. The highs mid to upper 80s the next few afternoons, with morning temperatures in the mid to low 70s. Rain coverage finally starts to back off by mid to late week next week, because once Ida's gone, it's still going to leave behind a plume of moisture that'll keep us wet for a while. We'll talk much more about your weather throughout the day right here on Fox 10 News Now.